Or there's a town dog. I'm back. Back in Flight Simulator Extreme Edition multiplayer. Fixing to do another little cross country flight. I got this going now. I'm going to put all these little flights across here into a cross country playlist, and I've got them now already added from San Diego to Salt Lake City, I think. Anyway, I'm got one from Salt Lake City to here that I've got to add yet, I think, and then I'll pick a start here. I'm in Jackson Hole, and I'm sitting here prepared, but give me a minute to get everything ready. I'm not quite ready. Like always, I've got a few things I need to do first. First thing I've got to do is check and make sure it's working. We do have a live stream. We've got the live. Nope. Yep. Let me verify that's the right place. I don't think it is. Go to home. No, that's fuel pumps. They ain't there yet. There we go. Now we got the live stream here. Gonna double talk for a minute. There yet. There we go. Now we got the live stream here. Gonna double talk for a minute. There yet. There we go. Now we got the live stream here. Gonna double talk for a minute. Alright, I'm back, and we're through with that. Let me make this half screen over here and get my TeamSpeak back where I can see part of it. There we go. And my recorder where I can see it. I ain't worried about Mr. Brogdon. Alright, we're fixing to do this small flight here. Like I say, I'm back over here at Jackson Hole, and I'll fix to walk out here at the fuel pump and see if I got my plane ready. I told them I want to have a tank. I bet they overdone it. What you gonna bet? Because they don't listen. Oh, there's my plane right there. That's my little 172. No, I go say 172. 152. I've been flying for a couple of days. I knew it was a 152, but it just comes so natural to say 172. Now, we're gonna check this thing out, crank it up, and see how much. I bet they put too much fuel in it. We're gonna cut it down to about a half a tank, so that hopefully that's enough. If it ain't, we'll have to stop getting fuel. But I'm gonna start off these mountains pretty high around here. Just thing as light as I can getting out of here. Now, let's see what we got going. Let's go to right there. Start coughing again. I've been out mowing the yard again. Alright, let's see if we get it. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the fuel on first, make it full rich right there, and I'm going to verify that two ways. There we go. Turn the power on, and let's see if it'll start. Oh yeah, let's just like crack up like a sewing machine. Now let's see if we can get this thing off the pumps. I'll do it. Now I've been driving this thing around, trying to drive around the airport, and for some reason or another today, maybe I just got a little too quick on my nerves or something, but this thing wanted to take off and spin out on me. I've did several ground loops just trying to get it set up. I ain't planning on doing that. If I do, I just do, but I sure ain't planning on it. What I think I'm trying to do is push it too fast. I've been driving, I flew a 737 while ago and messed with it. I think I got myself. Put it right here on these smarts. See, it's just a little bit catchy today for some reason. Let's stop right there. That's good enough. We lock the brakes on it. Now, let's check the fuel. The only way we do that is go to the file, so let's do that. Right here. See what I said? It's got so much fuel. It's overweight by 159 pounds. We don't want to be overweight today, so we're going to try to have them take a little of that fuel off. I have plenty of fuel in the tanks too, I tell you that much. And we're going to go with 50%. I don't know how much I want or nothing. I have no idea how far I'm going. Hopefully 50% will either get me there or get me to another airport up there. Let's see what we got going here. There we go. That's a half a tank right there and right there. All the tanks are at 50%. Now we're ready to go. Now we'll go back inside the pier. And right here we got 59 gallon now. Well, that's a lot of fuel. I thought that was full. Anyway, we're gonna put that right there for range. We'll check it if we go. We'll put it over there later. I want to see if I can't get some taxi lights on, landing lights on. We don't need it. Well, we don't get it. We don't need a pump. Now, strobe. We don't need PD either. All right. And, Master Avionics. I got that on now. There we go. It was already on. I must lift it on. Anyway, that's ready to go. Back outside the plane. Let's see if we can find us a runway without doing a ground loop or two before we get there. I sure ain't planning on, but this thing has turned around, slid backwards, got off the ground. We wanted just trying to taxi. I was just traveling faster than I thought I was, I reckon. I'm tired, coming and working, and now I don't have to go over the other runway, but I might do it, but don't have to. This thing will take off a lot shorter than this was net. I sure don't want to get off the ground before I get there. It's easier done than I thought. Right there now. Get this thing there, this runway. I see the takeoff point. We'll go to it. We'll set up. I've got a VOR at the airport. We're going from Jackson Hole to YellowStone International. I believe it was international or regional, whatever it was. Might be regional. But anyway, we're going to Yellowstone. Let's set this thing down. No ILS up there. No help to get in except for a VOR to get us in the sight. Runways. I'll talk about that when I get a chance to pick my book up. Let's slow this thing down so it won't ground loop with me. Take this thing over here now. And I'm going to go ahead and set a couple layers of flaps. I like to take all of them whether they need them or not. Here we go. I generally use pull. Those are on two. It's like one more click being pulled. Go right up into here. I don't see a hole short. So we're going to stop along here and get this thing ready to go. Buckle brakes again. Run up works. Ailerons work. Elevators, rudder, everything works. Alright. Well, that's ready. Now let's get us my regular radio stack up. And like I say, from here we're going to leave here on the heading. I'm going to go ahead and bring the autopilot up too, so I can set everything up outside the plane. Our VOR is 11180. At low altitude, it's got about a 50-mile range. Give or take a little, 50 to 70. I believe I passed right by 8, didn't I? Right there. Bring him to the top. There's nothing else to use. I'm going to leave here on a heading of 050, right or wrong. 2, 4, 50 right there. We're at, try to climb to about 8,500. Probably had to get higher than this to get out of here. It seems like I had to get higher to get in here. I flew around a mountain coming in, or else I would have had to get higher. I'll put it that away. I think I did ease up to 95 before it was over. That ain't the altitude. Just hitting. Let's get this one right here up to altitude. 16. I don't need to go thousands, just hundreds. For now, anyway. I'm going to try 85 and climb if I have to. Now, clouds, we're also at dawn. I got all the lights on the runway. Now, let's give me about 115 for a climb out. Well, that time you think you got it, jumps two numbers on the wrong side. Alright, we got that. Everything there is ready except for setting the runway heading. We'll get that once we line. Alright, everything looks like we're ready to go. We're going to the airport. Like I say, the airport is KCOD, and the VOR is named Cody, and COD's the ICAO one. And we're going to YellowStone. I didn't write it down here, but it's YellowStone. And we're going to try to sit this down. We got runway 4 and 22, no ILS. The runways are 8,226 feet long. They're asphalt with an altitude of 5,102 feet. So we got to stay above that, we know. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get this thing ready to go. It didn't turn until I hit the brakes. It didn't actually rudder around. It did that time. I had it turn while ago and it wasn't turning. Alright, we got some lights all on here on the runway. Alright, now we're going to set this right here. And we'll turn it back off and say heading bug, runway heading is set. Let's get out and fly a little ways. Keep on mess up. That's off the ground a heck of a lot faster than I meant to be. Something seems more power today. I didn't get the wrong plane, did I? Let me look at this thing. My other plane's red also. Yes, I did. I got the wrong plane, people. I done stole that man's plane. That's what's wrong. I just reached a ground loop it over too. I done stole it. I got the wrong plane. We flying a 172. We are, and it's overpowered something pitiful. This is my old standby I played with a long time ago. This thing, I'm gonna go ahead and fly it. We're in there, but it ain't the plane I had planned. I'll have to tell you. It's the same color. I chose it by mistake. That's the reason it's acting silly on this climb out too. It wants to go nose up and everything. Oh, this is, you're not going to worry about the speed on this one. Now, the fuel may be off on it too. But we're going to still try it. But I done stole that man's plane. This is not the plane I had planned. Turn it to here, and we need to come around to, what's it doing going down? Oh, because I'm way high probably. I'm going to go ahead and right there. That's probably right. But just in case, let's go to 0 and let it set itself. There you go. Now we'll come back down to about 9,000. This is not the plane I thought I had. When I explained to you as a 172, I lied. That man left the wrong plane sitting on the pump this morning. I done got in it because it's the same color. Key fit, that's all I got to tell you. As long as the key fits, it's my plane. Well, actually what it is, this is a plane I had painted for me back on Eastern Hops. This was the one I flew in Eastern Hops Cessna Sunday. And during that time or something, you get behind, you're trying to catch up and can't. I make sure I had enough pliers. This thing will run 400 miles an hour. I don't have to worry about nothing. This thing is definitely, well, if I can get where I want to get, I want to zoom it in is what I want to do. Here's how you know the difference is. See there? Got my name on the door.
2,500.
Now, man said I'm at 2,500, and let me get my autopilot back up. 9,000 at 2,500 off the ground. That ain't good at all, is it? I'm gonna go up to 10 then, just in case. Now we're gonna go here to what I said, 050. Well, this plane will climb out. There's no problem there. If you need to go up, just go up. This thing will get off the ground, and that's what I'm just saying. It got off the ground a whole lot quicker than I knew it should. But I still ain't caught the fact that it's the wrong plane until it got off the. I was arguing with myself about the panel not looking right when I got in it. But that's how my memory works. Even before I started the video. Anyway, I'm in the wrong plane. We're going to fly it. We are at 9,600, and we're headed on a heading of 050 right now. We're going to bring radio stack back up, and it is preset right there. Bring up a couple of, we don't have a signal yet. Now we can climb as high as we want to. Let's go on up to 10,000. These altitudes right here are high. Ain't no doubt in my mind about it. We still got all the same equipment in this one. I didn't mean to fly this plane today. Maybe later. Well, I'm in it, and I'm not going to go back and start the video over just for that. I called them, told them keep my planes collateral. I'll be back about a week. They said, hey man, that 152 ain't worth much that is. I can't help it. Charge it to Uncle Sam. He'll take care of it. Of course, ain't got nothing to do with me, but it'll be all right with me. Now, we are here. We're going. Let's see what we got here. See, we got some red. We got this. We got that. And we are headed to... I may not have enough fuel because I don't have for this 20. But we lose our... Maybe we up in there. That still ain't but 100 miles, and we should have that kind of fuel. That's the reason this thing helps so much fuel too. Instead of, because it burns a lot of fuel, you have to have extra tanks. When you shove this thing open, it's drink that fuel just a few minutes. All right, we're gonna try to get up through here and see if we can't pick up a signal. We've still got everything else the same. I've got 11180. Let me go back to my book. That's what I got. Run out on ahead, go 050. That's what I've got. Everything's good. It's not a long flight, but it is the other side of these mountains. And maybe at a bird, maybe it over there. Over by that lake, probably do. I'm way off on direction. There's nothing to go by here at all that'll actually tell you anything. But let's get across these mountains. I'm not high enough these mountains yet, from what I see. Let me put myself right there back in the node. I didn't have the joint OS node running. I didn't keep the multiplayer up last night. First night I've had it down in all night in almost a year that I know of. Well, it's the second time. I had it down one night, kind of storms a few weeks back. Now, let's see what it's saying. This thing will run a lot faster. I don't have to take as long. I didn't want to get that fast though. I want to stay within the range of what this plane is supposed to do, not what it will do. This thing got a engine out of a Cadillac in it. That's all I got to say. I probably got a North Star in it. That is with turbos on it. See if we can get this thing out across here and not get it hung on these mountains. See, right there shows I'm not clear much right there. It actually says I'm not clear, but look at it in front of me right now. And I got to go this direction in order to keep my heading. I might be clear. I'm gonna climb another 500. I'm getting close on my oxygen here now. But I brought extra bottles just in case. I could put a mask on and keep going. I'm gonna close that out. Climb another 500. We'll see what we got. Get too close to the ground, we'll climb some more. Now we can climb, that's no problem. I can point it up, go to 30,000 before you know it. That's the reason this plane is. But I used to fly this on Eastern Hops on Cessna Sunday. That's the one that was listed in their list at that time. It was my special paint. This is the one I had. All of them had, psychedelic paint jobs and stuff. And this is what I wanted. Buddy painted it for me, and I just had it listed as my paint. But I could start off. They could start off an hour before I did, or two. But I made several hops. I'd start flight number 1, and I'd catch them before they got on. Easy enough. And with about 2 or 3 more airports, I'd be landing with them. And I'd either pass or stop at every airport. Fly the list. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what we got going. See, even looking level right now. That's more than level right there. I'm not clear of the mountain in front of me right now. And we done leveled off already. My best bet say I'm not above it yet. And see how bright red that is? Some of these mountains are 14,000 feet up in here. I've got a feeling that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to fly around them because I don't know where I'm going other than stay on this heading. I need to get higher. Give me another 500. I'm getting on up there now, 11,000. I don't don't know which one of these mountains are the tallest or which ones are that tall, but if we start getting on the ground, I'll have to do something else. I need to change this. GPS size. That's the old original size there. You could work on it all day long, it wouldn't change the size until I figured out that the ratio was causing it. Alright, we're level at level 1000. Listen to the man talking. See if he says anything to me. He'll tell me where I'm at before I hit the ground, but I have had to call them off in 10 seconds, call off all of them and run me over the ground. Mountain's going to promise as you go on, it'll read it, but it'll read it so fast you ain't got time to correct it. But I do see a ridge in front of me. It may be clear, that ridge, I don't know. I could fly around that one easy enough, but the next one in front of us, I don't really want to fly much out of line because I don't have anything to go back to the line on. I could turn so many degrees to the left for a certain length of time and back to the right and be back to where I was, but I don't have a stopwatch. When these get high, well, once we pass these, we should pick up that. I'm gonna go to the older side. About 10 degrees will be 3.5. No, 5. 4. Let's go to 3.5. Will be 15 degrees. That's 15 degrees to the left. We'll hold it. We pass the mountain. We'll go back to the right. An extra 15 for a few minutes. Try to get us back in line. I'm gonna try to miss the top of that ridge on you. It looks like it's above me, to be honest with you. Even this don't look healthy. Could be a cramp or a scratch on my knees. Scratch my kneecaps going across here. But it looks better here than it did over there until they get across the next valley. I'm trying to stay a little low if I can, but there's a lot of mountains out there that's tall in front of me. If we could get over into that ravine, you see that ravine over there? To my right, across the ridge? Get into that, we could hold it out for a while. And then turn back. If we go all the way to the right, that big ravine, I'd go around them mountains. But that ridge there may be taller than I can get across too. As soon as this passes, I'm gonna go back now the other way for about that length of time. Go 50, 65. But that's still gonna put me into the ridges yonder. Wrong button. .65 is the same 15 I was using coming out. Fly about a minute or two like I was doing. Come right back into the line. I see an opening over here on the right. Let's go to it and come around it. Hopefully we won't get too far out of line. Now what we're doing is we're falling into a cul-de-sac. I know what we're doing. We can pretty well always climb out if we start in time. It's like a climb out and nothing flat. There ain't no problem there. I'm wanting to get across that ridge into that valley over yonder. The little sharp pointed one, not the big one. One's actually far in front of me and going left. I'll try to get over into it here pretty quick. Right now I'm just getting into the one on my side. I've still got to cross that ridge in front of me. Now I went way beyond what I wanted to go. But I hadn't traveled a long ways over there. Let's go right through this hole right here. I'm recording. They played it all off here. If you played it all off here. I just had. I can't. It'd be online. She just started music over there. I know that was probably no. Now if I can get over yonder to that crack I'm looking at in the earth and go out it, back the other way. It'll make up for some of the loss here where I'm flying the wrong way. I'm gonna try to get across here into that crack over in the world. That little ravine on the other side of that red line. Sometimes red is still under me. And it looked like it's a little lower over this way. Let's go back over this way just a little. Like a little lower over this way for now. And headed for that ridge. I might be a little low place going across into that ridge. And if not, we'll have to climb. I'll probably have to edit just once I get it up. They'll probably red tag it on me. She comes in and turns stuff on, and I didn't tell her when I started, but we both in the same room, and she likes to play this stuff for her own use. It's not, wasn't played for me, but my machine picks it up in a minute. I'll have to cut this thing off if she wants to continue. Right now I may have to edit that little spot out of it just to keep it from getting in trouble. I done had 3 or 4 that way on. Like, I've managed to always clear them up. It should be alright as long as I do that. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't continue to try to run it. Alright, our ravine is coming up here. We get across here, the ravine goes back to the left just here in a few minutes. See if I can get a little better view here. Alright, now that right there makes it less risky too. Alright, see all the little cracks in front of me now? Yeah, that's something we couldn't see on the lower ridge. We need to go through this little ridge right here in front of me. Probably right there at that wall. The GPS says I go through a hole right there if I try. And go into that ridge I was talking about. I don't want to go any higher, 11,000 now. I'll make my way through these mountains without hitting anything. It says I can, if I'll behave. In fact, there's a bigger ridge I done passed. I didn't have it zoomed out enough to see it. A bigger hole, I could have actually been closer to the direction I need to go to. This hole right here, I think, is one I'm headed for. Get me across to the other side. The cracks in the world up here. Come on around there. We got to stay out of that. It ain't banking fast enough now. Come on around there. Come on, don't get up on that mountain there. It looks like me, it may be above me. There's an opening right there in front of me. That's what I need to go for, right across that brown street counter. Or we just picked up a signal. We lost it, but it's alright. Once we get out of these mountains, we'll get it. I see that already. See if I can get it. If it comes back on, I might be able to get a reading on how far it is. Fuel-wise. If I can get across that right there now into that ravine on the other side, we're on the way down, I think. There's a signal. We got 58 miles from here to the airport we're going to, if that's the right signal. Alright, now don't you drag your wheels, sucker.
1,000.
Uh-oh. See what I mean? And the ground's still coming up. I can see it is, but it's fixed to drop back off. Here we are at level 1,000 on the 1,000 above the ground. And I don't want to go any higher if I can get out of it. Make my way through this hole right here using the GPS as a backstop. And we're going to go right back to the right now through that hole yonder. Once we get the signal, it won't, no matter how bad we got out of line coming across here. Could have been any lower. Not at that point. I had to go around these mountains to get any lower. Someplace on my right there looks awful close. Let me get over a little. I don't want my screen to get it. My screen to get on just as quick as the airplane will. Now I'll bring it back. Your airplane is your screen, not the airplane. The airplane's just a guiding point. Come on back around here now. Now if we go to that main ravine and stay in it, we won't have to worry about these other mountains. Right back to my right there, see it. We get past this little ridge here. Damn. GPS says we're safe. Barely. It's calling 54 miles to the airport. And off to my left, 45 degrees roughly. I don't think I need that now. I can actually see what I need to do by looking at that. I believe. That's really the thing ground looping. It's got too much power up. That's really got off the ground when we do want to taxi. Didn't realize which plane I had. This wasn't the plane I had planned. That's what I get for not knowing my planes by sight. I don't know how many people actually knew that, but I did. Colors the same. Pretty well the same. I didn't see the door. If I'd have seen that door, I'd have knew better. I chose it from the list. Just run down the list and grabbed it and be the same color. I thought it was it. I don't think I ever got down far enough to actually see the name under it. Here we go, right here. Fly this thing out of here and we get past these mountains. We try to get down a little bit. Make it easier on me. I'm getting short of breath up here. Thing down. I wish I'd get her a set of earphones, but I got a set over that don't work very well. I don't work good enough for me to tell her to use them. But she probably couldn't wear them anyway, knowing her and her situations. But if she wore a headset to solve this problem. Or move that machine to the other room. But I don't want to do that really. That's also got my business on it. Need to be where I can get to it without having to go looking for it. That's where I need to be right now. Really is working on that. Try to get a little further away from this mountain over here now. The airplane looks good, but my monitor's starting to crowd me. But that hump right there really looks close. Yeah. I think we're alright. I hope. Yep. That's got that good enough. Now let's get back over that way, get my machine, plane, and my monitor over toward the center of that valley. Let the plane go a little past center of it. Everything on this side now should go out. Especially that big ravine right there. Take me out of these mountains in a little bit. Come on, fly through here. Dead north right there. Actually, a couple degrees past north by the reading. I was looking at the gauges, not the numbers. Back over here a little. Crowding this mountain over here now. Alright, get back up the straight. Right. It ain't responding. I gotta bring on the wrong button. Picking buttons there 5 minutes and nothing happened. Here we go. Look at that cloud laying right on the ground. That cloud's about 10,000 feet in the air too. Above sea level. Oh, look at that little valley. We got it laid out now, going our way. That's picking you a hole through there. I'd like to stay under 10,000, but I couldn't. Never would have crossed there under 10. I was drug ground at 10. When it said 1,000, I guarantee you I would have been on the ground. But that was changed. It probably passed probably down to 900 or something. It just told me when I passed to 1,000. It didn't tell me I stayed at 1,000. It did tell me when I went back across. Sometimes it'll do that. I might not went back across yet. I'll be honest with you. Keep going this way, get my monitor out in the middle of the ditch. In the middle of this gully hole. We'll be able to go point blank to the VOR here in just a few minutes. So we have sort of short flight. I didn't want to make it too long. I'm gonna make a bunch of zigzag flights over the going across country, but I've got some stuff down in.
User joined your channel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Flying my plane.
Okay. You on recorded?
Yeah.
10-4.
I got the wrong plane. I thought I had the 152 and I got the 172 with all that power.
Uh-oh. Where are you at now?
I left Jackson Hole headed to YellowStone. I'm in the mountains. I'm at 11,000 feet, and he called out 1,000 a few minutes ago.
Yeah, you gotta watch them bumps up
The
there.
mountains on both sides are above me. I'm in a valley. I pulled the GPS up and blew through a crack. And while I was going through, he hollered 1,000. I climbed from 85 to level. I'm at 11,000. Since I didn't realize I had the long planes, I took off. And I knew when I was trying to drive it on the ground, it kept ground looping on, but I couldn't make it stop. It's that extra power that I wasn't paying attention to. So after I took off, and that's the way it was doing, I knew something was wrong. I got looking. It's the same color as my 152, but it ain't the 172. I didn't know the difference. I done got in and took off. I done stole that man's plane sitting at the pumps because the same color as mine. I thought it was mine. Mine's supposed to be in the pumps when I got there. So I called back and told him to hold my plane as collateral. I'll be back in about a week. I've crossed the mountains coming out the other side, 35 miles out of Yellowstone. No ILS at Yellowstone. Got a VOR to find it, that's it. It come on when I got about halfway across the mountains. People through the cracks, he kept blinking on and off. I picked a turn straight toward, well, I'm not very far off now. Straight toward the VOR here just a minute. I'm coming out of the mountains. I meant to fly the 152 again today, but they're the same color and I just grabbed it by looks. Yeah, I was wondering why my machine was so grabby today. Everything ground looped on me 2 or 3 times trying to get it to the pumps. Not on video, up before the video started. Afterwards, I slowed down a little. I still, when I took off, it got off the ground, I mean, just real quick like. And she blasted some music a while ago. I don't know what it's going to do. I'm on live stream. Go ahead and edit it in here if I have to. But if you get too many of them, they might do more than just say, "Wait, what are you doing?" That's about the 4th one I've had. Of course, they ain't caught it yet and said anything, but it come on loud and clear. I mean, real loud. It just lasted about 10 seconds, but it was on. I was grabbing my headset and hollering. trying to cover the mic up and you can't. Bringing the VOR straight to the top, and I'll be coming back down a few minutes out of this high altitude. Looks of it, I can start coming down now. Coming down 500, down 500 in a few minutes.
You see, took out at Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole. Yes. What's the identifier you're going to?
COD, KCOD. The VOR is COD. I'm out on the heading of 050. Close enough to find it. But I couldn't hold that heading because it had the zigzags of the bounce. But they come on about halfway through. Once it comes on, it don't matter no more. Coming down another 500. I still got some bumps in front of me. Trying to get back down to or below 5,000, 10,000. Uh, 23 miles out. I got runways forward 22. Hold that over toward this lake, try to get on a heading of 4 into the 040 into the airport. The VOR is not on the airport, it's close. Should be visible at that point. I'll go over this lake where I can come around.
Yeah, it's past where you are. The airport is the first, and then the VOR is about 6.65 miles to the northeast.
By the time I get to it, I should be inside of it. I'd hope. I got an airport under me. They ain't that one.
Yeah, it's the bar Flying E. Long runway, 5,548 feet. Grass, though, it says.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the elevation. The runway is 1,240 feet.
Okay.
Elevation, 5,548.
I watched a girl try to get off that runway at YellowStone one time. She didn't make it. She tried twice. High altitude, she wasn't getting off the ground. She was in a 737, I think, or a 747, something. Airbus, something big. I don't remember now.
It's a long runway.
Yep.
8,258 feet, but it's...
At high altitude makes it tough.
Must have too much gas on there.
I'm easing down, but I got to get over to the right now to miss this little mountain. I'm trying to fly around that VOR before I come in. With as much clearance as possible. I'll come down another 500, I think. Airport's 5,000 something where you at, ain't it?
Yeah, 5,079.
I got 5266. 56.
Let me see.
I see somebody on the runway. It may be you. I see somebody out in front
to
of
the
me.
right.
I see. I was I just see it. So I can't tell where it's at. It's on the airport.
Yeah, that bump, the biggest bump is over to your left.
Yeah, right. I'm coming around it right now. In fact, if that's the airport, I can come straight in. I don't need nothing else. I was trying to get over in front of the VOR. The VOR is to one side anyway a little.
It'll be a little tight. As long as you stay south of that road, south and east of that road there, you'll be fine. Yeah, you go straight in from there, it looks like. If I follow that road, then you go to turn
Yep.
a little bit to the right.
I see though. Pappies. Just had a wind try to blow me out of the sky. I'm seeing it's you in front of me. Runway banks to the left just a little from here. What I hear laughing?
Wasn't me.
Well, I heard one of those cartoon things laughing. Yeah. Sound like one of those horror movies or something.
2,500.
GPS says that's the right airport.
Yeah, I don't see you yet. But coming in the right airport.
Yeah, I'm coming up over the lake right now. Well, not quite, but it's in front of me. I had to run this thing idle to make it fly. Yeah, I got it idle down. Touch that throttle and she go, whoa. Get rid of that autopilot so I can see.
1,000.
Man, just call 1,000. I'm still too high for where I'm at. So if we drop down to the lake.
500.
Now you said 500. That's better.
Approaching minimums.
All red. No, one, not to red and white now.
Minimums.
A little too high now. Back normal, right? Red and white, 2 and 2.
100.
All red. I'm still happy.
50. 40.
Are
30.
you happy with the Pappy?
20. 20. 10. 10.
Tried the ground loop on it, still might. Did. He ground looped on me. I'm dead blame. I hit the wrong button. That thing went wide open. It don't take much. I'm back there.
You just took off.
I know it. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that don't look good. You might not be able to save that and you're out there in the bushes.
I'm not on the ground. I'm in flying. I never touched the ground. Just up there, and here I went. I was off the ground before I ever left the airport. I got to find the airport again, though.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 20. 10.
Hell, that ladder's better than the first one. I reached up to hit the button for something. I forgot what it was. With the 4 on my keyboard is full throttle, and I hit that 4. I'm gonna find me a place to park on my airport. I got you out in the middle of the houses.
We're parked by the Stash 8 here in Airlines.
Well, tell them to start assembling it. They're gonna have to use a trailer to get back to the airport. Don't see any buildings on my airport. The buildings all outside the airport, but not on it. We'll pull off here in this grass.
Yeah, I got some pretty good scenery on this one.
A lot of building, but just outside the fence. So I don't see nothing up there in front of me nowhere. Let me shut this thing down. I'm gonna try not to fly this plane no more. It wasn't intentional. Still got quite a bit of fuel. Didn't take much to get here. Well, that's it. We got our shutdown for the day. I'm gonna call that good. I'm not gonna fly this 172 if I ain't have it anymore. I didn't mean to get it. I meant to fly that 152. Anyway, that was a mistake of mine. Got in the wrong plane and took off. I knew the panel was different, but I don't know. It didn't read the register enough to tell me what's going on. I kept looking at that panel. That don't look right. That's what's wrong. Wrong plane. Idiot. Anyway. That's my little 172, and that's a powerful little scandal book. In fact, just caused me to do a complete takeoff back on the runway just by bumping the wrong button. But I managed to salvage it and land again, so everything's gonna be all right. It's town dawn. I'm gonna go on bye-bye, and I'll catch y'all later. Mistakes and all, we'll do it again. I'm gonna shut this thing down and We'll fly a plane, drive a truck, go hunt and do something next 24 hours or so. That's it, I'm gone.